Bones writes, one of them has to go. One of them has to go, taking all of their
Wildlife and Bones. You gotta go.
One of them has to go, taking all of their influence. The choices are Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney Houston, or Jimi Hendrix.
I love. No, I was about to throw some shade, but spell check.
I fixed it.
Yeah, I know he didn't. Or they didn't. Yeah, no, I can't answer that question. That's so wildly disrespectful. Like, yeah,
it's not, but it's one gotta go. Like, it's hard choices, bro. Just make a choice. Like,
Whitney. Every woman should come at me in the world.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, but out of those four, that's just an easy one. If you put Janet, I might have had a harder time.
Are you not? So you're saying you're not having a hard time?
So I mean, I would miss Whitney.
What?
But would I miss Whitney as much as Prince or Michael or Jimmy? Actually,
you know what?
Wait, without Jimi Hendrix, wasn't Jimi Hendrix Prince's? Well, he's everything. Yes, but was he also one of Prince's inspiration?
And there we go. And that is why that question to me is like weird, because it's like you can't have, there's a lineage of, Black musicians in America, and you can't have one without the other. Each thing leads into the next thing. And so it's like, if you take out Jimmy, you take out, does someone else play the guitar like Jimmy, or is Prince then, to me, Prince is actually the best guitarist ever. Like, I would say I'd take out Jimmy, but then you wouldn't have any Prince.
I beg to differ on that. I think that you get inspiration from those greats who come before you. But if that talent is within you, it's going to shine. It may take longer or it may never develop. But those greats that influence you help get you on the path. It's almost like Jimi Hendrix was the NO Explode pre-workout to Prince's regimen. So I get you on that, but I wouldn't say there wouldn't be any Prince.
No, there's not that there wouldn't be any Prince, but on that level, there are certain things that Jimi Hendrix did, and there's certain things that Prince did, Michael Jackson did, all these people did that were not done before them. So if they're not there to do those things, does someone else eventually do it? Is Prince the first to do it? That's what this changes the whole, time-space continuum when you start messing around with things like this, because it's like, does Jimmy was like, I think the first to have the wah-wah, if not the first, he does stuff with the wah-wah on the guitar. No one had ever done. No one had ever done the Star Spangled Banner like he did when he did it with, no one.
Until
he did it. When he played the Star Spangled Banner, the way he played it, it's like no one had ever done a version of that song like that. No one had made that historical moment. We're in the middle of Vietnam. It's like all these things change the world. Prince did a #1 hit with When Doves Cry, and there's no bass line in it. No one had done no shit like that.
Right.
Everybody built songs the same way. He was like, nope, no bass line. What?
Whitney had a pretty memorable.
Whitney is Whitney goddamn Houston. There's like, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You can't take any of these people out of this.
You tell me one gotta go, and I'm sending Hendrix to. I'm sending Hendrix out of there, and this is just for me personally.
Yeah, I know, but the world is mad different.
Me personally, because I grew up on Whitney Houston, and de facto grew up on Jimi Hendrix, and I respect everything that he did. But if besides his historical achievements, I'm not going to predicate what he did to say there, because let's keep it 100. Mike and Prince ain't going nowhere. Mike and Prince ain't going nowhere. So if you give me the 50-50,
without Jimmy,
I can understand why. I can understand why you say Jimmy. I mean, why you say Whitney. I'm just gonna say Jimmy because I enjoyed Whitney while she was here and all of her. So
But, like without Jimmy, here's a little history. Without Jimmy, you don't have Prince doing All on the Watchtower during the Super Bowl and then dropping into what he dropped into the Foo Fighters joint. It's like, that's what I'm saying.
He may get something else though that's just as impactful.
But what?
He was such an elite creative that he would have thought of something if that wasn't there.
No doubt. That's not what I'm saying. It's what I'm saying is like, that means that moment in history has changed. That's what I'm saying. Like, and that's just one small moment. Everything changes.
Right.
That's why I say that question is disrespectful. And great question, but you can go.
And that's why I didn't have any response to the question. I just faded to the background.
I gotta start answering questions, man. Answer the tough questions.
That's how I answer that.
I can't answer that.
Don't be disrespectful. One
I
gotta
just
go.
can't. I mean, we
Justin
have our own.
Timberlake.
I mean,
There's a lot of people you can put out here who could
But
go.
that wouldn't have been a tough choice.
because we have disrespectful one has to go questions all the
Yeah,
time.
we put Tariq out there, all 4 choices.
Not Tariq.
And all of them have to go.
There we
All
go.
of them have to go.
Yes. Well, to this
Oh,
one, I
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
shout out to Power After Hours.
There it is, all day, every day. Twice on
Available on SoundCloud, iTunes.
One of these questions, I don't understand what it's saying. 5. And the other one is way too much going on, so I'm not answering.
All right.
Like, sorry, y'all. Like,
Yeah, this was wild intrusive. Like, and when did I become the rest of the game? Yo, you know what? No, you see how I got put in the supporting cast? Oh nah, now I'm tight. Fuck this question.
And with that, we're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Fan Bros.
I got moved up to them credits. Damn it.
Fan Bros. We are